soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Y'all, I didn't touch too much on identity theft. I want to touch on that a little bit today because I feel led to touch on the identity theft. When I like the remember I kind of been busy lately. I don't want to say busy, but kind of like been doing things that I need to do at hand. Um, Identity theft. They use people identity. They steal identity, and they scam. They create credit cards in their name. They use fake IDs. What they create, and I saw this a lot. Where and then I heard people talk about it too. Where they worked in different systems like child services, or I guess you call it, where the men have to pay their children mother through that service, and where you had people that come in, and the person would come in with different identities and would steal the U.S. citizens' social security numbers, the U.S. citizens' information. And Donald is tied to people that's here illegally, because he does illegal dealing. And yesterday I had a transaction where somebody used one of my credit cards, and my credit card. When I called a credit card company, I asked them had they mailed a credit card out since I've been gone, and they told me they did mail it to my address, 23601 Holly Farms Road. That's the mailing address I use. That's when I was in Virginia. So they told me they did mail out a card. So they used my card yesterday. Um, they charged something yesterday, and that's called identity fraud. And they did send me a fraud notice because I set my cards up like that because I knew they were doing identity fraud. And Donald's a part of it. So and I thank God for that because that's more proof of the identity fraud. I don't care what they say they at, they are not nowhere near me, and I did not charge anything because I got a notice, and I called them, and they told me about the charge and what a charge, what company, and whatever it was. Because see, I have a certain way of doing things now because I knew, about the identity fraud, about how people run around playing like me, going to the bank playing like me, stealing, acting like they were me in the place, saying they were, trying to drop hints like they were me. But it wasn't me because I don't do stuff like that. Matter of fact, I believe in driving the speed limits. I do not have any speeding tickets. I've never had any speeding tickets. I'm 67 years old, and I believe in the law. I believe in the law. When it says the speed limit is 65, I may go to 69. That's it. I may not be paying attention, may go to 70, may go to 71. Not on purpose, because I'm about passing, doing what the law say. So I want to say this, to the ones that so busy was investigating me, the private investigators and stuff that they had investigating me. I'm talking about Donald now. That had investigated me for stuff they did. Trying to find stuff on me. You're not going to find anything on me. Because number one, I don't do crimes. So that's a waste of time. So you create something, you're going to go to jail for it. So you go out here charging like you charged my card yesterday, you're going to go to jail for it. I don't care because the $20.89 don't make me no different. That's still fraud. If people get 25 years from stealing a rake, what time you think you ought to get? And like I said, anybody using my identity, this is why when I go places, I got a certain thing I do so I know exactly where I'm at. It won't be like, well, she's supposed to be here and she's somewhere else. The lies, the deceit, the deception. I'm clearing all that up. Like I said, no, I don't go anywhere with Donald. When I was there, I did not go anywhere with him. I did not ride in his vehicle. I did not drive his vehicle. The last time I drove his black vehicle, his SUV, was in 2024. It was the last time I drove it because he made it clear. That's when I drove it. He was in the hospital. I went to the hospital to visit him in it, and he clowned so bad. I never got back in it since. First like me, actually, driving it. No more than what it was last year. I think last year went to see my my aunt's birthday celebration. Um, he wanted to make sure he goes so he can sleep with Nettie, so they can have their little so he can get his ding ding sucked, blow job from her. Nettie's my sister. She the blow job queen. She sleeps with her sister's husbands and boyfriends and stuff. That's what she does because she don't feel good about herself. Um, and that's what she does. She always just she'll disappear on you because then disappear. I know where she is. She chasing him because see she's a chaser. I'm not a chaser. Even though he my husband, I'm not chasing that devil. Um, no, but I just want to say that he's part of the identity fraud. They stole my pretend like they were me, going into the bank, different things like that, trying to do stuff in my name, which I'm not worried about it. Because, when you trust God and God know your heart, he know what kind of person you are. You don't worry about stuff like that. You just let them do what they do. They kill people. They murder people and call it murder-suicide. But they actually killed the people. They have police officers they work with, people in the morgue they work with, funeral home services they work with, medical personnel, nurses and doctors, therapists they work with to falsify records. Just like they try to take, what it's like trying to put me in an institution saying I was crazy. Um, then they took it up there. I don't think they could. I think they tried everything they could try to get to pass. Or, they may have did some kind of corrupt thing, make it like I was in an institution and I was actually home. This is kind of stuff they do, for money. This is all about money, greed. You know, um, he was planning on killing me. He had a murder plot to kill me and my son. This is his own blood son now. This is his own blood son that I had by him. He doesn't like him because Jeremiah stands up to him. He's 22. He stands up to him because he ain't nothing. Right now he doesn't even call him his. He don't want to call him. He don't want me to say his father. He don't want daddy. None of that. He said that man. That's how he addressed him. That's that man. Because he's tried to torment him just like he tried to torment me. He tried to send him off. This is an autistic child. Who does this to a child? An autistic child, your child. Guys, I'm serious about this. Hi, how you all doing? Thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all joining. You know, um, Gabrielle, your name sounds familiar. It was like a name that I heard of Gabrielle. And even Gonzalez, that was another name I heard. I didn't post them on my page. I didn't talk about them, but those are two names I heard. You know, um, he been giving me names of people that's involved in all of this, and he been letting me know that people gonna come on my platform to listen in, to monitor me. People gonna get in to try to work witchcraft, but what's gonna happen? They're gonna end up dead. That's what's gonna happen. Or people and their family members gonna end up dead, or in bad accidents. That's why I be telling people all the time, platform plan, because it's very dangerous. Don't come on here with a heart, a wicked heart. That's dangerous because God is watching everything. Because a lot of people don't believe in God, but I know He's true. I know everything about Him is true. It ain't times like I go to things like I be saying, well, God, where is you? I do that just like other people. At times in my life I did. But I'm even though I'm sharing about identity fraud, but I also like to share about my experience, things I've been through. Not let people think, oh, she perfect. No, I'm not perfect. But I don't cheat on my husband. I don't take drugs. I don't drink alcohol. I don't sell myself for money. But I'm out here trying to encourage people to do better. I'm out here to tell people that if you're married, honor your marriage. If you're not going to honor your marriage, don't get married. If you see somebody else you want, get out the marriage. Be honest with the husband or wife and just get out of it. It's okay. You fail, you fail. And the thing about it is this. I don't care how many people, I see this person, I'm going to go to this person. Or you will be ever going from person to person because you're not dealing with the issues that's in your heart. It has nothing to do with the person you're married to. It has to do with that lust that you got in your heart that you need to get rid of. See, people don't want to deal with facts about themselves, but they want to go from one person to another one, and they still miserable as hell. I don't care how many bing, bing, ding, dings you get. You still going to be miserable because all you doing is just getting a bing, bing, ding, ding, and ain't nothing going to satisfy you because you ignorant. Your own inner issues. And this is what people understand. The reason your marriage don't work or your relationship with your boyfriend and girlfriend don't work, first thing y'all do, try to jump in the bed. Stop jumping in the bed. Get to know people first. Honestly, get to know people and see if that's a person you want to be with. Because when you set up that, you have with different people, a part of that person with you forever. Because you bonded. Sex is a way of bonding. That's why God created sex for marriage. Because this is why so many people have problems with relationships and marriage, because they done slept with so many people and they haven't gotten rid of those people. Those people still part of them because they slept with them. You create a bond when you sleep with somebody. Let's say you're married. I'm going to use this for example. If you married, you got your husband and wife. Y'all slept together. Y'all sleep together, right? Y'all have a bond. Y'all have a union there. But when you go outside your marriage, you bring that other person inside that marriage. You broke the bond you had with your wife or husband. You broke that bond. You cursed yourself when you went over there to sleep with somebody else. You cursed yourself. And now if that wife is a wife that's living right, your children don't get cursed, but that man and that woman, that's vice versa, husband, wife, whichever one, doesn't matter. Then that person that went over to that other person, they've done cursed their children. But my kids are not cursed because I live upright. So my kids are under my covering, not my husband because he didn't live right. But they fell under my covering. So now that, by them going outside their marriage, every person that they slept with outside their marriage, all those people cursed because they came in somebody else's union and cursed their own family line. And see, a lot of people don't know that. They don't understand that. But you have to be careful. If you're going to get in a relationship, guys, stop sleeping around. Stop sleeping with everybody. Get to know people first. When I say get to know people first, why don't y'all just get to know each other, enjoy each other, have fun together, and see if y'all really want to be together. And you really want to be together, wait till y'all get married to have sex. But what you need to do, y'all remember this is very important. If you done slept with somebody else before you got married, you need to have that cord cut. You need to have that cord cut and destroyed off of your soul. Because the next person you sleep with or the person you marry, it's not going to work. Because you still connected to that other person that you slept with or people that you slept with. Y'all got to heal that. Even before you go in another relationship, heal that stuff first. Then you think about going into another relationship. When I say relationship, you don't have to have sex to have a relationship. Everybody pinning everything around sex. Leave the sex out and get to know each other. Be honorable with one another. Make sure the person you dealing with, hey, let's see. We need to check if you got any soul ties. Go to somebody that can break those soul ties off of you. Everybody in the church cannot break no soul tie because they doing the same thing you doing. So if they doing the same thing you doing, then you up in church, I'm paying all these tithes, I'm going, let them pray for me. They can't pray for you. They saying all the words, but nothing is happening because they don't have the power to break those curses off of you or break those bonds, those soul ties that you have created with all these people you done slept with. This is why a lot of you people marriages don't work, because y'all sleeping with everybody. And y'all done slept with everybody before you got in that union. Y'all need to break those curses off y'all. Break those soul ties all for yourself. You can't do it. You got to go to somebody else that's spiritual that can do that. I mean, really spiritual, not playing spiritual, not playing church. A lot of these people are not even church that can do that. So you all make sure that, you want to have a relationship with somebody. When I say relationship, I'm talking about getting to know people. Not in the bed having sex. Not sex on the first date, all that crap. No. Get to know that person. Find out, hey, I have to deal with my soul ties. Do you have soul ties? They've been sleeping around. Explain that to them. Listen, we can't even get in a relationship if we plan on going. Okay, say you start with a friendship. Then you decide y'all want to go on a relationship. Don't sleep with each other, y'all. Do not sleep with each other. And y'all being friends, hey, and explain. Say, okay, I don't know if you ever slept with anybody else, but I have. So I need to get rid of my soul ties. I need to see if you got it. Some people, we need to go get rid of. Because if y'all get rid of them soul ties, y'all relationship will grow, and y'all will grow together. Don't make it about sex. It's not about sex. It's about having a good friendship, then building a good relationship. Then you get married. Then you have sex. Everybody think it's about sex. It's not, y'all. If I could teach y'all anything, they get rid of the soul ties. And I'm telling you, everybody can't break. They say, oh, we soul tie breakers. They can't break nothing because they in bondage themselves. They got all these soul ties. All these people tied to them. When you can see in the spirit realm, you can see people attached to other people because these are people they done slept with. So your marriage not going to work. Your relationship not going to work because you got all these soul ties. You're bonded to that person through sex. You could be emotional tied to a person. So that has to be broken. All that stuff has to be broken, and everybody can't do it. It's specific people that can break those soul ties, those bonds. Everybody can't do it. This is why a lot of y'all going from person to person, because y'all not happy with nothing because you got so many people connected to you that you'll never be happy. I done seen a person I know married 3 or 4 times, and they was in the church, and I'm looking like, what is wrong with them? They had a lust demon. They was attached to lust. And guess what? Every person they done had, they done slept with, all them people, they done brought in every marriage they done had. Because they didn't deal with the issue. That's an issue. Remember the lady with the issue of blood they talk about in the Bible? That was an issue. But Jesus dealt with the issue. See, these are examples for you to, get an understanding of what's going on. Look at the woman at the well. How that she said, talking about her husband. And then he told her she had many husbands. When he said many people attached to her. But the man she was with was not her husband. The first man she with was actually her husband. So you see what I'm saying? See, a lot of people don't understand that. They'll read the Bible, but they don't understand the Bible because they're not spiritual. They'll get in the church, say they're spiritual, or they'll say, oh, I'm spiritual. They're not spiritual because they are fleshly, led by their flesh. I can't be led by my flesh in order to get this understanding. I had to fast and take time, be with God, and listening to hear and letting him explain to me. Like as I'm talking to you all, he's bringing up these things to explain to you all what the subject is, okay? I hope you all having a nice day. I want to say thank you all for joining. I didn't plan on staying on here as long as I did, but then I have to still obey the Spirit when the Spirit is speaking to me. But I want to thank you all so much. I don't never want to grant it not to take time to thank you all for joining. Thank you all for liking. Thank you all for subscribing. This is my channel that I am growing right now, and I know it's going to grow a lot because of the things, the plans that God have showed me. That's why I'm be telling y'all, come on in and subscribe, follow, subscribe, because things going to be happening on this channel where it's going to help you all. It's going to help you all financially as well as naturally or spiritually. Different things going to transpire on this channel. And you want to get in, get in, come in and come in and subscribe, come follow me. Because that way, when everything begin to open up, you'll be one of them to say, hey, I saw her videos before. And I can actually get out and meet some people. I may not get to meet everybody, personally, but where I can meet people, where I can help people. Because, like I said, I don't brag about that I have a doctor's degree. I don't brag about that I have a master's degree. Because to me, it's nothing without God. I don't care about that. But I had to do that because God told me to do it. I don't care nothing about a degree. I don't care nothing, like people, oh, I'm a pastor, I'm an apostle, I'm an evangelist, I'm all this. I don't care about that, y'all. What I care about is being honest to people. What I care about is sharing what I've been through with people. What I've been through in church, so-called church, but they not church, they covens. They are occults. Where they want to dry y'all out for money. It's sad. Don't care whether your bills are paid. All they care about themselves. A church, a real church, is supposed to help the community. Help the people in the community. If a person can't pay the electric bill, they're supposed to get that person bill and pay that bill for them. They're supposed to work with that person to get that person to a place where they need to be. Make sure they're financially okay. Church is to build apartments. Church is supposed to build malls. Creating jobs for the people. People get that. See, people got it backwards. God didn't get them money to buy them big mansions. Yeah, it's okay for them to have a mansion. I'm not kicking against that. But what I'm saying, it should reflect in the community what they're doing. Like, say, maybe somebody, you build a community or you build apartments. Maybe somebody can't afford to pay for apartment. They may be homeless and need help. Hey, okay, we got this apartment. I say hotel. We got this hotel. You can come stay in a hotel. We're going to help you get a job. We're going to help you get everything, get you back on your feet. Then you got apartments. You build an apartment. You're constantly building an apartment. Boy, people have somewhere to go. Okay, they're on their feet. Okay, here's your apartment. Work with them. There might be somebody want a home. You work with them to help them, get in a place where they can get their own home. That's what the church is supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be help building the community. Making sure the school system teach the appropriate things to the children. Not them trying to throw homosexuality in the school. What's sex got to do with school? That's for a parent to teach their children, not the school system. This is why all these kids come out with these homosexual spirits, because you dealing with people in the school system teaching them about homosexuality. That don't have nothing to do with educating your children. This is the deception of the devil to destroy young people's lives as little children. How they going to a God-turned, rape hall or whatever, or them people just like that. What they got to do with the children? They grooming the children, y'all. Wake up. I got a husband, asked him, was he gay? Was he with men? Have he been raped? And lied. This man on the down low. And I said stuff to him. He lied, just lie. He got a trans. I guess they broke up. I don't know. But I'm sensing something going on with that. Why you married and you trying to hide it? The trans don't want to hide it. The trans want to come out and show her. She wants to show her man off, which is my husband. But he wants to play these games and saying all kind of stuff about me. But he's the one, everything about me. He's the one doing it. People, be who you are. The trans mad at me because he done said all this other stuff, and then the trans go get the other transgenders or whatever, and then they got an attitude too, and I don't even know these people, y'all. If I pass by them in the street, guess what? I'm going to speak to them. How you doing? That's me. I'm not a funny person, stuck a person. I just pay attention. Sometimes I'm just quiet because that's who I am. I'm quiet because I need to read the people around me. I need to see the people around me. But I'm a person. I love people. I love to socialize with people. But I have to do it as God lead me to do it. I'm not out here bashing a transgender. I'm just out here talking about my story. Yeah, I love transgenders. I love gay people because they're people. They deserve for people to love. Not to criticize them, but when you come up against other people, innocent people for nothing, just like the other women and stuff he done sleep with, they all gang stalking and all this other stuff. For what? Working witchcraft against me? For what? I don't know these people. I've never done anything to these people. I'm getting on here now, voicing what I need to say, saying what I need to say to them. I don't know these people. Even if I did know them, I didn't treat nobody I knew bad. I just speak the truth. People don't want to hear the truth. But it's not going to stop me from speaking, y'all. I'm going to speak the truth. Whether they like it or not, I'm still going to speak the truth. And you all should do the same thing. Don't let people run over you. Like, for instance, say, love yourself. When you love yourself, nobody's going to run over you. When you love yourself, nobody's going to bully you or, like all this gang stalking, calling my phone, all that stuff. What is they gaining by that? That don't stop me when they call my phone. I'm on my live or whatever. I just push it out the way and keep on going with my live. Or I'm doing something, they call me, whatever. I don't answer that stuff because they stupid. I just see them as stupid people that needs to get their own life and still what's going on in my life. Like my sister be trying to find out everything going on in my life with my husband. Girl, the point is this here. I don't want him. I never wanted him. I just was fulfilling my assignment. My assignment is fulfilled. She don't want nobody if you don't want him. You know her. She like her sister's boyfriend, her husband. She don't want him if you don't want him. If you will spend time with him, she want him. Which is, she kind of sick. She's sick. So, it's just, she wants to see how it feels to be with your husband. What kind of lunatic is that? Her family. She likes her family men. That's what she does. That's a sick person. So, I don't even want to get on that because, it makes me sick to my stomach to even think about her or him, anybody dealing with them. So, what I'm saying, y'all, love yourself. When you love yourself, you don't go through all these different things. But, people bring stuff to their own table. Bring stuff, hey, how you doing? They bring things in their own life. What I want to do, I want to build people. But at the same time, y'all, I'm not going to lie. At the same time, I'm going to tell y'all what I've been through. Because how am I going to help y'all if I don't tell y'all what I've been through? Because what I'm talking to y'all is things I have experienced. I don't want to give y'all a dead bunch of words. I see people on the pulpit with these dead words. They didn't just come out the hotel with somebody else's wife or somebody else's husband. All that and get on the pulpit and they talking, But that's the pulpit of the devil. God will not dwell there. See, this is why I be telling people, you got to be careful going in these churches. People say, church. No, baby. You can have church at home. You can serve God at home. They'll try to pull you like, oh, you got to know you don't need her. That's a lie from the pit of hell. That's these religious demons that tell you that. You get a relationship with God at your home. Because you have that relationship with him. Then when you go out, say you go visit a church or whatever, whether that's a God or not. See, that's what you need to know. You need to learn all you can learn from God. Because when you read the Bible, you can see in the Bible, they didn't run up in no church. They learned what they need to learn from God. His disciples learned from him. So you see what I'm saying? So you all be careful with these church things. Just be careful. I don't want, I want people to be free. God want us to be free. Like that 9 to 5 job. God didn't never tend that. That was man created that. All these things you see out here, man created. The prices going up and down. Man created them prices going up and down. We ain't got no business paying over $1 for a gallon of gas, y'all. I'm giving y'all some wisdom. All the prices of these houses are $500,000 square foot home. You shouldn't pay no more than $500,000 or less for that house. It ain't worth no more than that. That's all. They take the price of the wood up. Every time something happens, they take the price. Why are they taking the price of wood up? Ain't nothing changed. All you doing is just going out here cutting some more wood. So why the prices went up? See, this is what I mean. Greed. That's called greed. Last 4 years, he tried to, whatever Joe tried to run all the reserve out, trying to destroy United States. Everybody was going on like, like everything was good. Look how he piled all these illegal aliens in here, gave them houses and money and all this stuff. But what was the money for the U.S. citizens? See, but y'all don't ask those questions. Y'all just sit back and let them pour in all these illegal aliens in here. If y'all want to come in here the right way. We welcome y'all the right way. Don't come in here because Joe Biden said Joe Biden don't pay no taxpayers money. We pay Joe Biden, okay? We pay Joe Biden. We the taxpayers. We pay it. So how's it right for him to haul all these people in from other countries and give them money, give them houses, give them everything, which they should have been given? The shelters that the homeless people, they put them out to put these people in. Fine hotels, they didn't even they weren't even grateful for the food. They threw the food away. But yet, they supposed to be in need. A person in need not going to throw no food away. They're going to be grateful for whatever you give them. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Now, we got to stop this. Couldn't go another country like that but the United States, because it was a plan to suck the U.S. citizen dry, to destroy the U.S. They were trying to destroy the U.S. citizens. What they do, they get all these shootings going on. You know why those shootings happen? Because they using MK Ultra against a shooter. They done groomed the shooter. Oh, he was bullied. People didn't know. They groomed them to target people. Y'all got to understand what's going on. Then they want fear all over the United States. Look at Monster Inc., baby. That will tell you. They use that fear as energy to destroy y'all, to draw strength from y'all, because y'all be exhausted by the time y'all running through acting crazy. Y'all exhausted. This is their scheme, is to keep you all in fear. Oh, the black man against the white man. The Indians against the black man. The Indians against the white man. All this other stuff, y'all. You cut yourself, y'all all bleed red. You got red blood flowing out. No matter what nationality we are in, we still brothers and sisters. The part is y'all got to stop letting them divide y'all. And the thing like with the illegals coming in, no, y'all come in the right way. Y'all know y'all was wrong when y'all came up in here. But see, y'all was selfish just like Joe Biden was. Y'all didn't care about the U.S. citizen. Y'all didn't care about the people that came here the right way, that was standing in line to become a citizen. They put in their time here to become a citizen. But y'all came up in here like y'all could be first above those ones that already was here. Now, how was that fair to them that's been here for years trying to get their citizenship? Honest people that wanted their citizenship, but they went through hell just to get it. That needs to be fixed. These people that's coming in here the right way, that have worked and put in that labor to become a U.S. citizen, after 10 years, let them apply and become a U.S. citizen. And if they haven't committed any crimes or anything, and stop covering up people's crimes. Stop erasing people's crimes. They need to know if a person has raped somebody. Stop covering those crimes. You got the people in the judicial system covering up people's crimes. Oh, they don't want the people come through here. They don't even have to be checked, background checked. No, we have to be background checked. You can't come to no other country unless you go the right way. I went to Paris. Guess what? I had to have a passport to enter into Paris. Then they make special lines. They flying people in all night, the whole 4 years flying people all night long, flying them in the United States. And y'all, oh, it wasn't but a few. No, baby, millions of people, over 40 or 50 million people came in the United States the last 4 years with Joe Biden. But when y'all suffer, he ain't sent out no checks, did he? Oh, the check, no, that's, what his name? Trump had already had that check in place before he left. And I don't care what nobody say. I know what God said. That 2020 election was stolen. I don't care who say what. I'm going to stand on what God say, and I'm not going to take the word back, baby. Because when God say something, baby, I'm writing it as a seal. And I'm going to speak it as a seal. And it is written. No, y'all take y'all tails back to y'all country. See, y'all come over here. Why don't y'all build y'all own country? See, this is the problem I have with these people in Congress. They get in Congress. Oh, they want to, oh, we're going to send the people in our country this. And, no, that's U.S. citizens' money. You don't have that right. You should have went and stayed in your country to help your country. That's what you should have did. Or if you learn something, take it back to your country and help your people. Don't come here, oh, we're going to do. No, don't come here with that. Or we're going to bring this law from overseas. No, y'all got y'all laws. See, the stuff y'all do here, y'all won't do that in y'all country. Because y'all know y'all niggas will be dead. They will kill y'all. But y'all come over here with this foolishness. You want to bring y'all stuff over here. No, we ain't doing that. This is U.S., this is United States. Oh, you know, United States will build on immigrants and this and that. Let me tell y'all something. I'm sick of that. This is the United States of America. And a lot of people have come through here. Don't keep doing that immigrant mess. I'm sick of it. Because we need to put behind all that stuff and live for today. Because y'all want to keep bringing up all this stuff from slavery and everywhere else. And I'm sick and tired of hearing it. I'm sick of y'all with this black card. I'm sick of y'all. All y'all do is cause division. Soon as somebody shoots somebody, do y'all know that these shootings are set up? Or stabbing somebody? Do you know that's a setup? Do you know some parents sacrifice their own children for fame? Go check them GoFundMe after their children die. And see how they spend that money. They don't care nothing about their children. Especially their child. Say their child, you could see their child going to places where they could be famous. The parents so stupid and greedy, they will have their child killed for money. For insurance policy, or GoFundMe and all kind of stuff. Because they done made deals behind the scene. And then want to pinpoint a white child from doing this, or white child doing it, or black child for doing it, or white child. Y'all stop it. Just stop it. I'm sick of y'all. What's wrong with y'all? What the hell wrong with y'all? These are human beings. These children are human beings. You done cut their life out like you God. Over money. You greedy elf. Y'all know I cuss, but Lord knows I want to. I'm just sick and tired of people taking stuff happening in the world and try to twist it to make everything violent. To try to change people against people. When that's going to stop? Oh, United States bill on immigrants. Let me tell you something. When I hear people we want to make America great again. Yeah, when President Trump go to other countries, he tell the people over there, y'all need to make y'all country great as well. He not trying to buy other land to suppress the people. The people wants to be free from under other people. Like the United States, we want to be free from under Congress, under the elite. These certain families that's running everything, controlling everything, but they are dead. They're dead to me. They all coming down. It's over. God never intended for no family to run the whole world. That's not the plan of God. That's these greedy people playing. He never intended for y'all to be on these slavery jobs. Well, how are we going to make it? How you going to make it if you create your own? You all sell your own stuff. Look how they took all the factories and took them overseas. American made good products, baby. I'll never forget this factory in Oakdale, Louisiana. They was a dress factory. Women worked there. Men worked there too. But when I tell you the quality of clothes that came out that factory, oh, they had top quality clothes, baby. And I'm sorry they closed that factory because they made clothes. Them women and men was obligated making them clothes, and they made them nice. They didn't make no cheap stuff. The skirts had linings in it. The pants had linings in it. I'm talking about nice quality stuff that you buy at Bloomingdale. Y'all remember Bloomingdale? I mean, nice clothes. But when I saw that they said clothes, let me tell you, I was so grieved. Because had I known, had they told me enough time, I would have tried to work with them to see if we could pull in some kind of grant money to keep that open. Because it was jobs for the women to take care of their children. They had single women here working, trying to take care of their kids. That's why the thing about like overseas, we need the people overseas, but we need them in their country. Because there's certain vegetables and fruit and different things they have in their country we need in the United States, just like they need stuff from the United States or other countries. We need each other. Until we realize we don't need to fight each other. We need each other to survive. And then once we learn how to survive, then we can thrive. It's about the countries thriving. Africa, one of the richest countries, but they're suppressed. No, we need everybody, but we need you in your country. We don't need to work with the presidents because they ain't doing a goddamn thing. The governors ain't doing a goddamn thing but filling their own pocket. They ain't taking care of people. We want to take care of the people. I've never been a selfish person. I never did get a whole lot. Because I had my husband and other people working against me. But all I cared about was helping other people, but all they cared about trying to stand on my neck. Trying to kill me because they was trash. Because they thought they was going to get what God had from me. That's what they thought. They stole stuff. You just stole a little this, stole a little that. And the thing about all this stuff that they stole is coming down. God let them think they was on top. He going to let them think he going to let man do what they want to do. Then he come to a place, you know what, now it's time to call judgment. So when you call judgment, then you're going to begin to start seeing them fall. You look paying attention, a lot of people getting caught for child trafficking, drugs, all these different things, for murder. These people they're going to be caught for murder. For all this human trafficking, sex trafficking, rapists. No, y'all not going to no special facility. Y'all going with the rest. Just like you judging lawyers, y'all going to go with the rest of the people. Y'all ain't having no special privileges. That's over. I mean, when I say that's over, y'all not having no, baby. I don't care who you are. I don't care you senator, Congress. I don't care if you're president. You know what? You do the crime, you're going to do the time, and you're going to get in a regular prison like everybody else. We ain't having no special place for nobody. Because if you corrupt, you're going to go to jail. Prison. Like I told him, put the name Alcatraz. No, fix up Alcatraz, baby. Is it Alcatraz or Angola, the one around the water? Well, you can put some alligators, a whole lot of alligators. We're going to fly in alligators from everywhere. And we're going to drop off in there. And we're going to let them fend for themselves. And y'all like killing people, all this other stuff. No, y'all like lying. Y'all like deceiving, putting people in jail for nothing. Oh, no, baby. Y'all deserve Alcatraz. Y'all deserve everything y'all get. Angola, wherever it's at. Y'all know where it's at. No, y'all fend for yourself. Just like these people setting up in jail for nothing because y'all set them up. I don't like stuff like that. And don't try to make somebody an example because of what somebody else did. Whoever shoots somebody, let them be held responsible. You got other people, okay, they was there on the spot. You trying to get them all this time. When they didn't do nothing, they were there. Or they drove the getaway car or whatever. No, they don't deserve no life in prison. The person that did the shooting or did the robbing, those are the ones that deserve to be in prison. But the point, y'all say, oh, we're going to give them life in prison. You giving young children life in prison. For what? To become homosexuals? That's all y'all do? Y'all don't, it's no such thing as a correction institution. It's a hoeing institution. We're going to turn all the men into gays. All the women into gays. So they don't have a family. So you don't build a family, a real healthy family. This is them thinking, y'all. It's not about the crime that people committed. It's about them tearing up the homes. But nobody see this. If a person was driving a car, somebody go in there and rob a place. That person don't know that person robbed a place. That person go to jail. That person wasn't no part of. They didn't know what that person did. Why'd they go to jail? See, the law is not right. If you shot somebody, you the one need to go to jail. Yeah, you correct. Okay, if they know they all together, okay, they mad. Everybody mad because this person did that or this. I'm going to kill that nigga. You know, whatever. You know, y'all always say I'm going to kill that nigga. Doesn't matter whether white or black or anything. That's what y'all say. It don't matter about color. Okay, you went and intent to kill somebody. You had that gun. You need to be the one to pay that time. If that person didn't have no gun, they just happened to be there or riding with you because you wanted to ride with you. They got in that ride with you. You influenced them to ride with you because that person is weaker person than you. You use that person. But that person got to get life in prison for what? He didn't have the gun. She didn't have the gun. The one that have the gun need to be the one. You correct it. The point is this, y'all. We have the correction institution too. With all this stuff where they allow people, the children get raped in prison or grown people get raped in prison by another man, something wrong with that, or another woman. No, that's not no correction. That's grooming. That's called grooming too. That need to be fixed. Because that's nothing but the devil there. And they use them to make money off of them while they in the system. No, that needs to stop. We finna straighten this mess out. We finna straighten this mess out. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all can come after me all y'all want to. It don't make no difference. Y'all ain't gonna get nothing done. Because y'all already going down. And y'all can try to borrow all the money y'all want to get. I'm telling you right now, every bit of money gonna be dried the hell up. And y'all gonna go out here try to commit crime. Guess what? Ain't nobody gonna be there. Let me tell you something. Them lawyers and them judges, they know good and well what's going on. They know what's going on. They ain't told y'all, but they know what's going on behind the scene. They gonna turn y'all away. Because y'all ain't got no more covering, baby. Well, y'all was covered for y'all crime. It ain't there no more. Y'all the money drying up. Guess what? Y'all deserve it. With all that filthy money. That dirty money. That money laundering. Insurance fraud of all kind. Every type of insurance fraud, they doing them. Killing their children. Killing babies. Having babies and killing them for insurance money. Oh, just as long as the baby ain't mine. You know, the man said, as long as the baby ain't mine, we could kill it. Yeah. Yeah, they killing babies. Killing children for insurance money. Say the baby died one way and it didn't. The child died one way and didn't. They drugging the babies too. Causing them health problems. Yeah. Not a Medicaid, Medicare, Medicaid. That's it, Medicaid. You know, food stamp fraud. A lot of that's going on. What is it? Wig fraud. All that stuff. Anything connected to that system, Social Security, SSI. They got to do the fraud there too. They fraud that system too. Every system they fraud it. Look at that. That's why I tell y'all, look at Minnesota. That's a good example of what fraud is. Millions of dollars of fraud. But then they want to shadow ban my videos because I'm exposing them. But they can shadow ban, blacklist me, do whatever they want to do. That's not going to stop me. That is not going to stop me, okay? I'm going to speak the truth whether you like it or not. Y'all can come in here, monitor me all you want it. I don't care. I'm going to say what I need to say. And I'm going to talk about y'all like a dog. Yes, I am. But then I'm going to give y'all some little encouragement after that. Because you know what? Leopard do not change its stripe. That thing's still going to have them stripes. The masks that they've been wearing, pretending like they all happy, or everybody happy, we having a good group and having a good time. Half of y'all family members can't even stand each other. Y'all don't even like each other. Y'all friends don't even like y'all. They pretending like they like y'all because they finna set y'all dumb hind parts up. You dummies. It's too late now. Everything is too late because everything's already sealed. Just like going to, they go to court or make up lies about people. Oh, they crazy. Or so they can get people money or get control over people. That's what it's all. Everything's about money. When you see them trying to isolate you, taking stuff, making like you don't exist, they either done lied and got insurance policy like you done died and have a fake funeral and all this stuff just to get insurance money and the person be alive. But they hide you because they don't want nobody to know. They live like they single and they be married because they plan on killing you. They plan on sacrificing you. Not just kill you, sacrifice you to their God, G-O-D, God. This how ignorant they are. Because that illusion in their head, thinking them that they're going to make all this money. It's an illusion. And guess what? When the devil decides to snatch it out from under, he snatches it right out from under them. Like I said, my husband, he's setting up listening to somebody else. Till it come his wife asking her. And the dumb part about all that, he was so stupid. I was always there for him. But he chose to believe a lie. From somebody that wanted to sleep with him, call himself getting even with me, and then he figured he trying to get even. Oh, get one up on me. That's what they call it. Both of them. One up on me. It is what it is. The form of ignorance, it is what it is. You can't change an ignorant person. They who they are, ignorant. You can't change a hoe to a hoe. And like my daddy said very well, you can't turn a hoe to a housewife. I don't care how you try. He tried to turn a hoe to a housewife. But I bust out laughing. Baby, let me tell you something. I could brag about my cooking because I can cook. I can cook, baby. That's for sure. And I would thing, but I ain't going to say that neither. I'm saving that for my new man. The new man that y'all be trying to block with witchcraft, that ain't happening. I'm going to have everything that belong to me. And y'all not stealing nothing. Y'all not snatching nothing. Y'all can go on about your business. Don't come nowhere near me because I don't have nothing to do with you. You don't have to have no conversation with me because I had the conversation before I left. So it's nothing else to be said. It's nothing else to be said. It's no conversation I need to have with you, Donald. None. No conversation I need to have with you, Ned, or any other people, family members, or, his side, my side, or whatever. Everybody had choice to choose what they wanted to do. So, you know what, y'all? Have a beautiful day. And, oh, God, I am so happy. I am so free. Whew. To live and do what's right in God's sight. That's what I'm free about. And that's what I love. But you all have a beautiful day and love everybody. Regardless of how ugly they are.